So what I'm playing with here today is a precision probing mechanism. So what it's got is the movement of the carriage onto ball bearing slides. There's the pin over here where the rest of this machine was attached to. It has got two optical sensors. One is over here, and then there's another one over there. So that is home, because this one is your end of travel or presence detected sensor. Now this thing is very accurate. It can probe something to within a micron. So I've got it hooked up to a Mega over here using 2 and 3, which are interrupts for the encoder count. This is a 5-volt encoder on the back, and we've got A and B coming out, so we're reading quadrature, and then we're reading the encoder count and converting that to millimeters, because I ran it end to end and marked it to the Sharpie over there, and then measured that to the vernier. It's 58 millimeters. And here's the connection for the two optical forks. Now what I'm going to do is run it in that direction, and I'm going to show you what's going on here. So there we are moving, and I'm currently putting 1.6 volts on this DC motor. Now I'm just going to stop it. I'm going to show you if it's moving that way and it hits an object, it moves, and that optical sensor gets broken over there. Okay, that is also the end of stroke detection. So the motor itself is actually mounted on a linear slide as well. It's a very clever piece of kit. So what we're going to do is continue to run it, and you're going to see the motor move. I don't have the forks connected up at this stage, so I'm just stopping it when I see the motor start to move, and I see the flag start to move to the optical sensor. So there you saw the motor move. Now the flag is in the middle of the optical sensor. That's close to 58 millimeters of travel, as you indicated where I marked it with a Sharpie over there. So currently I'm just running it off the programmable power supply. So I'm going to reverse the polarity with the croc clips. I run it back till it stalls, and then we'll see what the counts look like. This is a 1024 encoder, so our resolution per count is about half a micron. This thing is very accurate, and the repeatability is very good. You're going to see that when it stalls basically at 0 millimeters. And there we have it. So this may have been some sort of a measurement system, or a pick and place mechanism, or a wafer pickup system, part of some sort of scientific equipment. I can't find any reference to it with searches and part numbers and stuff. Maybe there's somebody that recognizes it and would like to tell the story about what this piece of equipment is and where it's from. And those numbers over there were untraceable. It's quite old. I've had this for many years. There's a wiring on the back, and that's it. This is this very clever piece of engineering where you got the motor. I'm going to put my finger in the way. Now that pin, it limits the force, then the motor starts to move, and there we know that we have found the object at that position, which in this case was 20 millimeters, to within a micron. It's accurate. Now Mega is doing some sterling work here, reading the encoder and doing the maths, obviously using interrupts. That's why it's fast. I'll put the code in the pinned comment because it's useful code. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to wrap it up here with this little playing with stuff video, playing with an old piece of junk or equipment or whatever this is. I shall think of a possible project to do with this, a demonstration maybe. That's obviously going to take a bit of work. It's not 5 minutes work. But for now, for this demonstration, what I've got set up here is very interesting. And it's nice to see this nice piece of engineering that went on here. And I wonder what it came out of. Maybe we'll find out at some stage. So ladies and gentlemen, take care. Have an awesome day further. And I shall see you next time for more awesome stuff. Alrighty. Bye.